Dina down there on the bottom of the page. Fantastico. Sean's up at the top smiling. There we go. Linda. Never seen you smile yet. Well, come on, Linda. There she is. There's that smile. That little nose crinkles up when she smiles. Welcome, everybody, to the Triple R 247 conference call, business meeting. This is a lot of big announcements, a lot of great things happen on Tuesday night, but I think the definition that Tanya likes is our business meeting. This is where Rory and Tanya get to meet with all of you and share every big announcement, every addition, any new tool, any new product or service that we have, any new tool inside the tool, anything that we have that's important to help you build your business. It's always going to be launched, talked about, announced to you on Tuesday nights. So do your best to never, ever, ever miss a Tuesday night call. That's why I always say, you'll hear me, 10,417 times in your career here say Tuesday night is the most important night of the week. But also on Tuesday night, other than the big announcements, hang on 1 second, confirm your speaking language. No, I'm not going to speak Arabic. I haven't practiced that in 3 lifetimes. I don't know why I said that. Confirm your speaking language, Arabic. All right. What else did I say? Another great thing that happens on Tuesday nights is we get to meet all of the new team members, all the new family members, everybody new coming in here on Tuesday night. If it's your first Tuesday night, we love to see your face. We love to hear your voice. We love to welcome you to the family. We like seeing all the different states represented as well. That's always fun. I get excited when the Floridians, new Floridians or old Floridians get on the call. I can't wait to hear this. If you're new, it's your first Tuesday night call and you've never had a chance to say hello, whoever got you here, they want to know you made it on too. So click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hit the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
John Winslow from Arizona.
John Winslow, Arizona. That's fantastic. I could only be that lucky to have the last name Winslow and be living in Arizona. That's beautiful, John. Thank you. Glad you made it. Welcome, sir. Anybody else?
Vicki Brady, Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio. Just made Linda's day. Did you see her jump out of her chair? Fantastic. Vicki, welcome. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
Carol Money from Colorado, Fort Collins, Colorado.
Fort Collins, Colorado's in the house. Thank you, Carol. Glad you made it. Welcome.
Thank you.
Connie from North Carolina.
Was that Connie from Carolina?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Welcome, Connie from North Carolina. And then Samsung on the other side of the screen at the same time. Go ahead, man. Where are you calling in from? One I was just waving. Samsung SN.
I'm calling from Anoka, Minnesota.
Minnesota's in the house. Thank you, ma'am. Glad you made it. Looks like you're driving. Please be safe.
I'm not driving. I'm sitting in my car.
Okay, good.
Hi, Nash. This is Renee from Virginia. I have a new student on Lane Brook from Massachusetts.
Massachusetts is in the house. Fantastic. Welcome. Thanks, Renee. And Mr. or Mrs. Davis. Go ahead. Where are you calling in from? What's your name and where are you calling in from?
Hello. My name is Marcus Davis, and I'm calling in from Georgia.
Georgia's in the house. Thank you, Marcus. Welcome. Glad you made it.
Yes. Thank you.
And there's another Davis right above you trying to unmute and say hello to MJ 513. Tell you what, I'll just, no, I want to do that. I'm going to go here, rename, and I'm just going to back it up to Davis. How's that? That way we're not sharing email addresses. How's that? There we go. All right, welcome everybody to the Triple R 247 team call, conference call, announcement call, the business meeting of the week. This is when Rory and Tanya are going to share all the big announcements with you, anything important that's going to help you understand our system, work the system, hit your goals, build your business, build your income, everything you need to control your rate of success will always be taken care of on Tuesday night. All the big announcements. So Tanya likes to call this our business meeting. This is where she gets to spend time with everybody. give all the updates, give all the announcements, get to see the new faces, new names, and see all the states being represented, which is fun. Anytime they're going to add something new, a tool, a product, a service, something, a tool inside the tool, they're going to announce that and help you guys understand it on Tuesday nights. So you have everything that you need to be successful here. So do yourself a favor. You'll hear me say this a lot. Never miss a Tuesday night call, because it's going to be something different every single week. We also get to meet all the new family members. That's fun. It's actually 2 minutes after, so I'm going to say last call. I'm sorry if you didn't get a chance to say hello. We're short on time tonight. So if you're brand new, click on the little microphone or hit the space bar on your keyboard, say hello. And don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Hello, this is Richard from Dallas.
Richard from where, sir?
Hello.
Fantastic. Welcome. Glad you made it. Go ahead, Greg.
From Michigan.
Greg from Michigan's in the house. Welcome, sir. Glad you made it.
Mary, New York.
Mary from New York, upstate or the city, Mary?
Oh, I don't live in New York City. I live upstate, the wine
Upstate.
country, where they make good wine.
Fantastic. Good place to be. Welcome. Glad you made it.
Elaine Rugg from Leicester, Massachusetts.
Another one from Massachusetts. Fantastic. Welcome, Elaine. Glad you made it. And we have Doug
Thank you.
in chat. I didn't catch that. Was that the only one? Doug from Colorado. Welcome, Doug. Glad you made it.
Did you get a Mary Sullivan?
I don't think I did. Welcome, Mary. Glad you made it.
Talk to him.
You just
Oh, that
talked.
was the same Mary. Okay. Yes, it was.
Okay.
I see her now.
Let's have a bottle of wine with this one.
Right, good. Start pouring. There's
I can
any good
find
reason.
one around here easily.
Any reason to pour a glass of wine is a good reason to pour a
New
glass of
York
wine.
State wines are the best. Next to California.
Fantastic. Good job, Mary. Go ahead.
Hello,
Go ahead.
I'm Kevin from Texas.
Kevin from Texas. Welcome. Glad you made it. Go ahead, Heidi.
Heidi from Milford, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire's here. Welcome, Heidi. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if Darla's new from Minnesota.
Yep, I'm right here.
Perfect.
she
Hi,
is.
Darla.
Hi.
That's the lady I thought was driving it. Thankfully, she's not. She's sitting in the car for
Okay.
good reception. That's called dedication. Thank you. Glad you made it.
Thank
I
you.
just want to say hello to Niall. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Ed, how are you? Glad you made it. Good to see you again. I know
Oh,
we're
yeah.
gonna be meeting soon too, so I'm glad you're on here. Go ahead,
All right,
Beatrice.
thank you.
Well, Beatrice, go ahead.
I've been here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I seen you trying to unmute. All right, we're gonna have to get going. So let me hit a couple of these buttons over here. I gotta hit that one. Yep. Then I'm gonna hit this other one. No, should have hit that one first and then this one. Sorry about that. There we go. Fantastic. Welcome, everybody. That was like 13 or 14, maybe even 15 people in a short period of time. So that's fantastic. Every week there's somewhere between 10 and 30 brand new people joining the team. It's a wonderful thing to see. And welcome to all of you to the Triple R 247 big announcement team conference call and office meeting with our co-founders. So for those of you that are new, my name is Niall. I live in Central Florida. That's why I get excited every time I see somebody new from Florida or somebody that's been around for a while moving into Florida. It's always exciting to see. Welcome to Florida, but welcome to the call especially because we love everybody and we love every state. And I've been all over this country and they're all beautiful. They all have their things to share and sights to see and people to meet, and I love every bit of that. And every chance I get, I'm going to go visit some more. I've been in this industry now for 35 years. I've been all over the place. I love to travel. I love to see new things. 35 years ago, I was able to walk away from my JOB, and about 8 plus 4, 11 months into joining the industry, I was able to walk away from my JOB, and I've been doing this full time ever since. I've been able to provide a fantastic life for my kids. And now all of my kids are grown and moved out, which allowed me to move out of North Florida into Central Florida. where I'm surrounded by a lot of lakes, Sean. So I get to I can go wet a line in every one of them eventually. And I don't think I'm going to leave this area until I've hit every one of them. And see what kind of fish are in each one of them. Because if you can't tell, I love to fish. 9 times out of 10, when you see me, I'm going to be in a real life shirt, because that's my second favorite thing to do if I'm not working. I live in Central Florida. I said I've been here for 35 years. I've worked with the Rickers for 30 of those 35 years. I met Rory when he was right out of high school. He was working for a telecom company that hooked me up with a voicemail that I needed to build my business as a young entrepreneur, and the internet came out, and Rory left that and got online. He became the #1 lead generation guru. He became one of the top web developing companies. He's a techie through and through, all the way completely through his soul. He's very creative as well, and he's done amazing things to put together a system to help anybody, whether you've had any experience online or marketing at all. Follow a system step by step and become successful here. This industry has changed my life. I went from a carpenter to an aviation mechanic and into this. And even though I tried to become a medic in the Army and look at the medical field because I loved helping other people, this industry I discovered really quickly was going to allow me to help more people than I ever could have, even as a physician. And I felt really good about that. And I've been able to accomplish great things because of that. And all I did was dive in and become a student of the industry that we're working, and a student of the system that I was working at the time. And now I'm a student of a system that's just absolutely incredible with all the technology you can imagine. And all you have to do is get plugged in, do like I did, become a good student of the industry, understand what we're doing, could become a good student of the system that Rory and Tanya have put together. And it doesn't matter what your goal is. If you, like me, and you just want to make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month to spoil the kids on the weekend, or quit your job, walk away and turn this into a career like I did and so many others here have, everything that you need, every piece that you need to be successful is in place, is here, and all the friction points that most people bump into along the way that make them think they can't do this and back out and go the other way, Rory and Tanya have taken care of. They've gotten all that stuff out of the way for you, and all you got to do, if you can follow directions, you can succeed here. So I've been around for a long time. I met some great people, and in this company, I've met a lot of great people as well. So as I got involved here, I learned right away, I'm building a team. I'm marketing a lot of different products and services online. But as I start building that team, there's ranks to go through and move up, and which it means more income to you, basically, because you're building teams, you're building bigger and bigger residual income. And as you get involved, you're going to see the different ranks. And right away, the very first one, which is easy for you to hit, and if you're following the system, you should be able to hit it in just a couple of weeks. And that's having 10 students that you're taking responsibility for. 10 students, you don't have to know everything. You just have to know how to teach what you've already learned. Just stay one step in front of your student. You're going to do well here. But 10 students makes you a certified system instructor. And I know sometimes that word instructor can scare people. But here's the deal. All these students are doing is looking for somebody to show them how to do what you just did. And if you love working with other people and you love helping other people the way we do, and I think you do, because that's why you're here tonight, then you're in the right place at the right time, and you got the right system to be able to do that. Because all of us can show people how to get to a training site, how to follow the steps, and how to work and do the things that we have to do here. Just learn a couple new skills and teach that to other people. So you hit certified system instructor, and as your team's growing, you hit GSI, which is the gold system instructor, then PSI, and then MSI. When you get up to MSI, that means you got a really good sized team and you've helped a lot of people and you're doing a lot of things along the way. You really understand the system. You can answer just about any question that's thrown at you. You're working every aspect of the system. You're building your incomes and you're doing it globally, and you're helping other people do the same thing. So every MSI, just know that they've been around for a while and they're building those teams and they're doing that work, but they're also putting forth effort to help their teams and help their students duplicate all of that and be successful just like they are. The system is designed and set up by Rory and Tanya to make sure we have the advantage to help you before we help anybody else. Because without helping you, we're not building the company the way it's designed to be built. We're all here to help you. But every now and then, some of our MSIs just step up and say, hey, I'd like to take on that project. Hey, I'd like to help with that. So MSIs are not just building their business the way we're going to teach you how to build their business. They're doing things in the background that you don't even get to see. If you've been on the last few weeks, you've heard me interview Dina and Linda, Stacy, and you hear all the things that they do behind the scenes. I got to meet this person I'm going to introduce to you a few years ago. When I met him the very first time, I just felt completely relaxed around him. And we actually had a great time and we had a great conversation. And every time I go to one of the events, I look for this guy because, you know, hey, what are you up to now? What are you doing now? Did you move to Florida yet? Oh, I'll let him share that part. And, you know, we always have a good time. We enjoy a good glass of wine too, Mary. We're both wine lovers. And I'm going to let him share what he's been able to get involved with and help. But when Rory and Tanya were looking for help one day, as busy as he is, and you're going to hear how busy he is, he raised his hand to help out and help everybody understand what project that we all got involved in and had a lot of questions about, and became the kind of the liaison with that company that we're representing with that technology product. I'll let him share the details as much as he wants to. But when you meet him, if you meet him face to face, you're going to see he's just one of the good guys. As you're around here longer, you're going to see he's one of those guys pitching in to help. And he's a friend to everybody that he meets. One of our top MSIs, Mr. Sean Flaming. Can I say, without telling your story, thank you for your service. Welcome to the call. Can't believe what you're going to share.
Thanks,
no,
Niall.
I can't wait to hear what you're going to share.
Yeah. Yeah, I love doing this actually. I honestly, I'm not very good at speaking in front of a lot of people, but when it comes to like family and stuff, I can do it. I have no problem doing it, and I'm so glad that I get to be a part of this group and what we do. So a little bit about me. I am in the U.S. Coast Guard. I've been in for 22 and a half years. And I am married, have a wife, Sarah, and a daughter named Penelope. She actually doesn't live with me. She lives in Oregon, so I get to see her every once in a while, not as much as I want to, obviously. And right there, those are my two whys. So if anybody ever talks to you about what your why is, my whys are my family, my wife and my daughter, and obviously my mom, dad, stuff like that. But I want to push myself to be the best that I can, to do the best that I can, and I always have. Ever since I joined the military, I joined, I set goals, I hit those goals, I set more goals. Now I have different goals. Now I'm at the end of my career. I'm looking at I'm going to, as Niall kind of mentioned, I'm going to Key West, Florida. And I am looking at, I'm going from a job that I do right now that I'm gone away from my family anywhere from about 6 to 8 months a year. I do love my job, don't get me wrong, but I'm at that point where I need to stop. I need to concentrate on them, and Key West is going to give me that. I'm going to be working Monday through Friday from about 7 to 2-ish. I think in Key West they say ish at the end of times. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to being able to put way more time into this. This is going to let me retire. I wanted to retire this year, but the job that I had, I traveled too much and it didn't give me that time that I needed. So now I'm looking forward to my next journey. I love what I do as an MSI. Obviously, I joined the Coast Guard to help people, and now I'm in RR 247, and I get to help people. So I love that part of it. I did not join this for the money, really. I joined to help people. Money is a perk. It's going to help me help more people. And I have many mentors. Deanna, Niall, honestly, all the MSIs, and especially Rory and Tanya. I can't say enough about Rory and Tanya. Niall does it for us, actually. He gives a good little thing at the beginning of this about them. And Rory and Tanya give everything that they possibly can give, they give and more. I wouldn't say I'm busier than Rory because I'm not. Rory, I don't know how that guy sleeps or how he does anything, but he's always doing it for us, right? So I do love that part about this family. What else can I say? Let's see here. I didn't write any notes down. Niall did say that I volunteered for some stuff. So the biggest thing that I volunteered for is these bad boys on my wrist right here. So Vivo, and I'm very excited where it's going. So I volunteered. I know a little bit about crypto. I'm learning a little bit more and a little bit more, but I'm very excited where it's going and the future that it holds, honestly. If you have any questions, I get a lot of people contacting me for questions. Make sure you go to your instructor and your MSI first and then get to me, because there's a lot of things that can be fixed easily with just the instructor's help, right? And then the other thing I'm still learning because I've been gone a long time, but I'm still learning about this new system. I'm so excited. I've been doing this for about 4 years now. And from when I started, man, there's people on here, Melissa and Donna, and there's a couple other people that have been here a long time. I can't even imagine the changes they've gone through. But the 4 years that I've been doing this, it has gone from when I joined what it was to a completely different, amazing system that Rory has built. I'm excited to learn it because I am still learning it because I've been gone for a while. So I'm still learning it, but it's only getting better. And I did volunteer to help with the list part of it. Hopefully I can help people out with that too. But the more time I get, the more I can help people out. But I'm looking forward to the future, honestly. Did I miss anything?
No, I think it's fabulous. When I met you, you were actually overseas. And I'm like, the hours, the time frame, the time zones, and everything that was happening. He's still on the calls. He's still here. He's still doing the work. I can't believe he's getting on the calls when he's over there. And then no matter where you went, what time zone you're in, you were always there. So you're appreciated. You're a valued part of the team. And I know I'm not going to speak for Rory and Tanya, but I know that you brought a lot to the team and you're a blessing. We're glad you're here. And I'm also glad that you are enjoying this lovely state now for a while. But do you want to introduce our speaker, our co-founder today now?
Yeah, absolutely. I get to introduce her? Oh,
yes.
Yes. So as I mentioned, one of my mentors, somebody I really look up to, and she, can I say this? I actually like hearing her talk and teach more than somebody else. She does. She gets right to the point. She's very, very straight to the point, and I can't say that, can I? She's amazing, honestly, and I love seeing her face on here, and I miss it actually. I see Rory more often than Tanya, but Tanya, Tanya is the co-founder, and I'm not very good at this like Niall is, but she's awesome, and again, cares about everybody and does everything for everybody. Don't think that they don't, because they do. They put a lot of time, effort, and honestly everything into this. So I love you, Tanya. It's I'm great to. This is awesome that I get to introduce you. So.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. That was the best introduction I think I've ever had. So I love it. But thank you so much. I really appreciate all that you do. And so in case you guys don't know, he mentioned a little bit, but he is a serviceman, and that speaks to my heart because I am only second generation American, and my father served, and then my brother served. And so it's a great pride. It was such a proud honor when my father was able to serve. And so I really appreciate all his support and everything he does for our country. So anyway, thank you very much, Sean. I'm super excited for you to be in Florida. In case you guys don't know, he is a wine lover, and that's a passion of mine as well. And so I'm looking forward to having some wine nights with him. So anyway, I can't wait for you to get here and be a part of us. And that's why you guys don't get to see him very often as much, because he's serving our country. He's often away. But that is the great thing about what we have here with this organization, is that we build in groups and we work together as teams. And I'm going to speak a little bit about that. So it seems like you were the perfect person for this, Sean, because it was just leading right into what I'm going to speak about. And I get the blessing or the honor, I guess, to speak with you guys on different topics on Tuesdays. I'm just going to give, I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like I need to give a little bit of background again. So I'm just going to give a little bit of my background. I've been in the financial industry for over 30 years, and then I left to become full-time here. And so while my husband was building and growing this amazing opportunity that we have here, I was the woman behind the scenes, I guess, if you will, pushing him along and encouraging. And I always have supported his dreams and his belief system as he has me. And so that has been very, very, very important to us. And Rory is one of those people those unique people that has visions and ideas, and they don't match everybody else's. And that's amazing. And it gives this opportunity for growth in what we have here. So if you guys are new and you don't know what you have, this is just a great opportunity. But today I'm going to speak a little bit to those who have been here for a little bit. Okay. If you've been here around for a little bit, mothering is my number one thing. I'm a wife and a mother and a daughter of God. And those are my three most important titles in my life. And so I would say that I tend to mother all of you. And that's why I think Sean and I have very similar personality types. And I think that's why we get along so well, is because we have very similar. I'm no bull. I get right to the point. And that's what I think he appreciates that about me. But you guys, I want to talk a little bit about leadership. And again, no one better to introduce me than Sean there with his leadership in our service. And so I felt like this was just really, really great. It was, Niall, you are inspired as you're asking people to join and introduce me. I think you're very much inspired. So thank you. But you guys, I feel like I can speak on this quite a bit because I've had a bunch of leadership in financial organizations where I did training. I did different, developed different programs and was able to train and develop teams and groups there. And then I've also had a lot of training and personal development with groups in network marketing and with other companies here. And so I feel like I can really speak to this. And so I get excited when Rory and I collab and we decide, okay, this is the path for our amazing Triple R family here. And this really is a family. Whatever you guys want to achieve, it is here for you. And I just love that. And I always ask all the new people, so forgive me for those of you who have been around for a minute, but I always ask all the new people to remember and ask yourself why you were here. What is it you were looking for? What is the direction that you want to go? And then follow yourself down that questions of why to get to your true vision of what you're here for, what you're wanting to achieve. And I'm going to speak, and I'm going to say several things that did not come from me. They came from several different mentors of mine. I've been super blessed, like Rory, to have mentors in my life that have really, really and truthfully nurtured me and guided me along my path for success. Because I found my own success in this industry when I was a single mother before I married my husband, and then I married him, and we became even more. And so I feel like it's there for everybody to achieve, whether you are young or old. It's never too late to start over. It's never too late to find greatness in yourself. And you are great. Believe me, you are. And that is what a leadership is. Leadership is the ability to make something more than mediocre. That's really what it is. It's the ability to make yourself something more than just mediocre. To step up to a new challenge and to a new opportunity and to encourage people along the way. So even though you guys, if you're new, even if you haven't been here for a while, that's okay. Because guess what? You will be placed in a leadership position. So you will, that's what we have here is that opportunity. You start small, but you end big. Hopefully you don't end. Hopefully you guys stay along forever. And that's just like I told Niall, he can never retire. But guess what, Sean? You can never retire. You get to be here forever. But yeah, and leadership is that interim, that introspection the inner flexion of yourself, and the ability to develop your gifts, your skills, and your integrity and your character. And that's one thing I love about Sean. He has this amazing character. He is that, it has so much integrity, and you can always trust that if he says something, it will be done. So I just love that. So I'm going to go back to the beginning, and I went through my old notebooks. If anyone knows me, knows I keep a journal, and I have kept journals for many, many years. And when Rory and I were moving, so we moved from Utah, where we raised our children, to Florida. And then also we've moved our children to Florida with us, at least some of them, at least half of our children. We got rid of every single thing we owned. And there's something so freeing in that. And that's another topic. But literally, you guys, I'm not even kidding when I say this to you. We got down to 10 bins of things. Okay, I had 5, Rory had 5. We decided what we wanted to save in those bins. Talk about things not owning you. Okay, I recommend this to anyone who's moving, just to get rid of everything. And really and truthfully, what I decided to keep were a couple of journals, mostly the most important ones, and pictures of my mother, my grandmother's, recipes that they had handwritten, certain things like that, that were very sentimental to me. Like my grandmother's rosaries, like things like that, things that have like a lot of feeling and passion behind them. So in those journals, I go searching through these as I decide to speak with all of you and share some experiences with you guys. And I took some of those thoughts that I had found and I kind of wrote them on paper. So I'm going to have a paper here, you guys, and as I'm talking to y'all. So if I'm looking down, that's why, because I want to make sure I don't miss any of the topics. So I believe I found about 12 key points of leadership. And as you guys know, anyone who knows me knows I like to give an outline, friends, because I feel like it's something that you could all follow from and emulate, and it makes it easier. So that's why I do it. I'm an outline kind of person. So I'm going to talk about these. I believe it's 12, you guys. It might be 13, but I think it's 12. I'm going to talk about these different topics, and we'll just kind of go through each of them, and I'm going to share them with you. And the great thing about this is whether you are in leadership now or not, these are things to strive to better yourself, period. And that's what this opportunity with the Triple R allows you to do. It allows you to focus on personal growth and development, and allows you to change yourself and move outside of your comfort zone. And I love that so much about what we have here. So the first category, I guess, topic category, whatever. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it's one of those, is unwavering courage. Okay, unwavering courage. What you didn't think you could do, pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, pushing yourself to something unfamiliar, pushing yourself to solve problems. Also, courage to find the courage to continue on a bad day, to not just step away. When life gets in the way, and it does, let me tell you, the courage to continue through that day, the courage to show up for those around you. That takes so much dedication, my friends, because ultimately it's the courage to serve, right? That's what I said, Niall. Sean is a beautiful person for this because he serves. He serves our country. So he's a beautiful person for this. But the courage to serve. And you guys, I'm going to say at the end of this, I have a bunch of different things too, but I'm looking through these notes here so I can just make sure. But it's really that courage to look inside yourself and to see, what have I learned? What can I share? What can I help encourage those around me to push forward, to continue on? Because this is something different, and most people have never worked for themselves, so they do not understand the dedication and the direction that it takes. So that would be the number one, unwavering courage. Number 2, I would say, is self-control. And you guys might think, what? That doesn't fit into this category. My friends, it does. And let me explain to you why. Okay? Let me explain to you why. Because when you are talking to somebody else, when you're meeting with somebody else, when you're sharing this experience, what are they looking at? They're looking at you. They're looking at how you act, how you speak, how you present yourself. They're looking at you. You are the package, right? And as one of my mentors said, God looks within, man looks outside, right? And so make your outside match what the inside looks like. So that takes self-control. Self-control is the very essence of life. It is the struggle between light and dark, goodness, bad, positive, negative. And it helps you to achieve things just by having the self-control. Making sure that we speak with positivity, taking that pause, that breath before we continue, because I know all of you guys have been on the phone call before and been like, I can say a few things, but I sucked that in. That makes you that stronger, better person. That makes you into that leader because you kept it to yourself. Because guess what? That person's hurting. If they're lashing out at you, they're hurting, right? And they just really haven't been to that place of growth and development yet. And so you keeping that control helps you and it shows you as a leader. It pushes you towards excellence. So it must be controlled. Your tongue must be controlled. The way that you express yourself must be controlled in all areas of your life, you guys. It can go on down and down. And we'll talk about another, but even as far as health goes, taking care of yourself that way too. Because you are, and you know what, I was told this, and I think Niall remember this, we have a similar mentor, and said people shouldn't judge you on the outside, but they do. They do. And the way that you look here will at least allow them to pay attention long enough for them to get to know your heart. That's it. So having self-control and moving forward so that you can benefit yourself and not destroy yourself. Because have you ever noticed that you can destroy your character with just a few small words, but it takes a lifetime to build? So having that self-control is so, so important. Number 3, I would say, is a keen sense of justice. And again, we have Sean here. I love you, Sean. He's like a brother to me, my friends. He has that strong sense of justice, of right and wrong. I spoke a little bit of that in our self-control game here because it's so important there. But all of us are born with knowledge of good and knowledge of evil, right? We're all born with that ability. And we also have a strong understanding of right and wrong. Excuse me, it's the same thing, but we all have that strong sense. And even as we get older, even when we kind of go into that gray area, which I don't believe there is one. I think there's black and white, but we all have that gray area sometimes. We have the ability, and we know where we are. We know which way we're shifting to. So we need to know what is fair, what is positive, what's a good balance, right? So if we're running a team here, we need to know what's a good balance. We need to know what's fair to everybody in our group. We need to make sure that we're benefiting all those around us so that we can make sure that everything fits and benefits all. And that's what I'm talking about when I talk about leadership and justice. It's just what's our group, what's going to benefit our group, what's going to encourage our team to grow and prosper in that area of justice. So is this rule, is this regulation, is this going to fit our team? And that's why if you guys don't know the code of conduct and what our belief system is for Triple R, I encourage you guys to go read that. But we love everybody that comes in. So we want to make sure that everybody coming in is going to fit our framework and going to be a great fit for our team here. So number 4, I would say is, and this is funny, but it's a definiteness of decision. Basically, you are a great decision maker, right? But that's how my mentor explained it, as a definiteness of decision. I don't know if I like that term, but that's how they said it. And it's the indecision, you guys. Indecision is the thief of success. I pause because that is so important. How many of you guys are afraid to pick up a phone? How many of you guys are afraid to talk to somebody? And let me tell you a big secret. If you do not make a decision, it is already made for you. That is the decision. It will be made for you. So I say to you, do you want to make your own decisions, or do you want to make lack of decisions lead you in another direction? Because believe me, the opportunity is there. And if you do not make the actions and the steps necessary to grasp at that opportunity, it will slip by you. It will. How many people have signed up late? They came in here and it was their second or third opportunity talk, and they finally joined. Do you know how much money you have lost because you didn't come in when you should have? And that's okay. We welcome you here now. But I'm saying when you do not have the decision and you do not make things, I can't speak, but when you're not able to grasp at the decisions and make them quickly and smoothly and effectively, all these opportunities slip away from you. And it diminishes your opportunities. And guess what, my friends? Time goes by and less opportunity knocks at your door, right? So I'm going to say, if you're older like me, this is your opportunity. So seize it, work it. Do not give up. When things get hard, don't disappear. Stay firm, stay constant. So number 5 would be, and this is my favorite one. Well, not my favorite one, but it's one of them. Plans. You have to have the ability to plan and have goals, but plans. You have to have plans for your future. Don't let the momentum of decisions pass you by. You need to know how to balance everything around you so that you don't have regrets at the end of the day. Plans for money, plans for personal development, plans for health, plans for progress, plans for communications, plans for recruiting, plans for retirement, plans for everything. You need to have that goal, those visions, that foresight. You need to be a forward thinker. And I'm going to talk a little bit more of goals on another day, but I'm telling you guys the importance of this, the importance of planning out your day so that you guys can push yourself in the direction. If you do not plan, you fail. I cannot say that enough. If you do not plan out your day, if you do not plan out your week, if you're not plan out your month or your year, you fail. You know, if you succeed, yes, guess what? Lightning does strike here and there every once in a while, but it's rare and few and far between. It will not happen again. If it does, it's a miracle. Praise God. You need to be on a path, then you set yourself on that course. And guess what? It's okay if at the end of that path or you lead into that path and it's okay, this isn't the one for me. It's okay. But you've started on a path, you've made plans, and you've tried the best that you can to follow a path of success. So that was number 5, I believe. Number 6 is doing more than you feel you get paid for. Now, I know our MSIs here, you guys, and if you're new, MSIs, Master System Instructor, I know that they do more than they feel like they get paid for. But I appreciate them so, so much. They show up early and they stay late. We have a specific particular MSIs that work so hard behind the scenes to help and do other things to encourage others along the way. And that is what Rory and I need, because we cannot run this alone. We cannot do this alone. So we set up teams. So Sean kind of alluded to that, where he's on a team he has Melissa and Deanna. And those are his other MSIs. And then he has some good GSIs underneath him as well. Angie Bond is one of those, and they're going to help push him. And that's going to be a group that's going to help excel him. So if that's your team, that's your leadership, that's amazing. They are great. That's a great part of it. So you'll find within our system, Rory and I have tried to make sure that everybody has support. So if they have to take time off, like Sean has to serve our country, we have support there, right? We have other people to help to step in. And that's the same thing with all of our MSIs. They're all in teams, right? So they show up and they do things. Melissa has been amazing at doing a lot of trainings for us and a lot of opportunity shares. We love that so much about her. And you guys have seen Niall here every Tuesday showing up. You guys see Linda on the Goya. You see Sheila on our she does all of our homeschool education program that we have. We have Shar that does our graphics. Shane does a lot of training that we have here, as well as Ashley. I mean, Andy does a lot. He runs our prayer group. He is our pastor here that also helps control and do prayer groups and a lot of love and support there. So we just have so much opportunity here and love. And we have Kathleen and Donna and Nell as well. They're just such a great group of leaders that we have here. We're really, really blessed. And I'm super happy you guys get to know all of them. Okay, so I think I said that. No, I was talking about doing more, right? I don't think I continued that thought. But what I want to say, you guys, is how many of you guys do more than you feel like you get paid for? How many of you guys show up early, stay late, push yourselves? Guess what? The great opportunity that we have here is because it's your business, because you guys are in charge of what you do and how much you do, that will only lead to your success. You guys are in full charge of what you guys are doing. And it is amazing. And it also shows your worth to anyone around you that you're able to do that. And that just reminds me, I forgot Stacy. She does a lot of training too. Sorry, Stacy. I'm going to remember everybody, you guys, because it's just there. Everybody does so much that I need to make sure I mention that. And there's Jackie as well. So see what I'm saying? We got a lot of amazing leaders. So they show up late. They put in that time. They support groups, other groups. They show up for calls. They show up on the phones to answer those inbounds, like some of you guys came in. And that's what we love and support about them. So just if you are doing what you need to do, if you're showing up early, staying late, getting your work done, focusing on and I'm going to say this, you guys, because a lot of people can do things that are just the little things that can get them through, but you're focusing on the actions to make you money, that you have a vision. That is what I'm talking about when I say, doing more than you feel like you get paid for, because it's the future and it will come back and pay you off as long as you're doing the right things, right? Not getting mired into the little things. The next one would be, I would say, would be personality. Okay, so I talked about how people see the outside of you and not the inside, but your personality, your behavior, your attitudes in public. And here's the secret, you guys. What you do in private becomes a habit and it shows in public. So who you are in private shows who you are in public. So working on yourself, this is a great opportunity to work on your personal development, to work on your focus, to work on your corrections. And I just think it's a great thing. And as you serve others, it will show more and more and more. And you guys, the amazing thing about personal development, and I'm putting this into personality because this is how you can control that, is that you become a completely different person. So if you put your mind to it and you want to achieve more, you can become a completely different person, and it can all be for the better. Number 8, I think, would be sympathy and understanding. Sympathy and understanding. So to be a leader, to be in leadership, you have to see who has needs, but you have to see the opportunity. You have to see who needs change in their life, who needs a change in their lifestyle. You have to see and that people need help even though they can't see it. And I want to say that is what Rory saw with this opportunity. That's why he started this company. He had that kind of sympathy, of that deep understanding of that emotional feeling, that he saw a need to help others. You guys, we were happy. We didn't need to do it. He felt this huge calling, this huge commitment to help those who didn't know how to help themselves. You know why they didn't know? Because they didn't have that knowledge. They didn't have the know-how. They didn't have the capital. No one knew how to help them. So he saw that change, that they lacked resources, and they had all kinds of difficulties themselves. It was the main difficulty. But he saw that and he knew how he could help them. And it all started with this company and this ability to help fix their change, to fix their income, to fix the change in their life that would help direct them to better. So as you get better with your income, as you get better with the direction of your life, then you can work on personal development. But that is what he saw. And I know I'm speaking for him, but I have a kind of an insight to him. And that's what it was. He had this understanding and this sympathy that he wanted to help those who couldn't help themselves, who didn't have that direction, that focus, that drive. Most people, you guys, do not know how to better their life, how to fix it. And so he came up with a system to help fix all those. The next one would be mastery of the details. I love this one, you guys, because everything can be lost with the details. You look at a flight, right? If you've ever been a pilot, I have not. But all the little machines, all the little equipments, one little detail out of place and you could end in a crash, right? So you have to have all the details for where you're going. You have to have all the details of the system you're working, the system of RRR-247. As a leader here, as someone who, even if you're not a leader and you're growing to be one, you have to have all those details and all that direction. So you just have to make sure that you have good communication, good advice, and the good details of our working system, which I can say if you are a GSI and above, you have it. You already have that. You already know what works here. Now we have switched things recently with our new CRM, new phones, all that, but you still have it, my friends. You still have that art of communication that Roy talks about. That's another call. That's another topic. But yeah, so make sure you have the mastery of the details. You know, if anyone called you, anyone in your team, you could direct them with the system that we have and to help them succeed. Excuse me. The next one would be willingness to assume all responsibility. You guys, this one's a big one, and it is hard because, and I say this a lot, and I do not mean it with disrespect, my friends, but we all have, and we all come from some seriously bad stories, some bad experiences, right? And we do not have ownership of what has happened to us, but we have ownership on how we handle it. So if you are responsible for a project or your team, whether or not it fails or succeeds, it's on you. That's part of being a leader. Rory and I take that heat plenty of times, trust me, when we are talking with others and we're pushing and growing. Whether this succeeds here or not, that's on Rory and I. But as our leadership goes down the line, that's on you guys. The success of your team is about showing up. It's about doing the action steps to be successful yourself, to show them you can do it. Everybody here should be able to at least get one a week. One person to welcome them into our new group. If everybody did that, do you know how successful and how amazing this would be? How amazing you would be? Because guess what? We all want something different than what we have. Rory and I knew that. And that's why it's here. That's why we're here. So responsibility, again, like I said, bad things have happened to us. And I hear, and it makes me so sad for people when they say, well, this happened to me, that happened to me. Those are all excuses. Many of you guys do not know, but I have worked through some serious illnesses, but I've still showed up. I've worked through death, loss of death. It's been horrible. I've worked through issues with my own children. I've worked through all kinds of things. And I mean, I went through a divorce at a young age. I worked through that. I worked through being abandonment and being alone as my family left and I had small children to deal with on my own. I have worked through all the issues that you have, but I never let that hold me back. I never let that stop me. I just continued to push forward. I wanted success for myself and better for my children. And again, that goes into your why. What's your why? I've already spoken on that, but I will touch base with that again later. So just make sure that you guys are willing to take responsibility for yourself, okay? Nothing is owed to you. Much is given, but nothing is owed. Rory and I have given you guys, we're giving you all this marketing, all this ability, all this system. It's for free. All the marketing, we don't charge you for any of that. We just want you guys to find your path, get on your footing, and find success for yourself. And pay it forward, right? We are sharing with you. We want you to share with others, to pay it forward to help everybody find financial freedom. So just take responsibility for your past, own up for it, because guess what? You get to choose what you do with every single day that you have in front of you. You get to choose that. So the willingness to assume full responsibility, that would be the next one. The next, I believe, is cooperation, because this is where we get to in this organization, we get to work in groups and teams. As again, Sean was gracious enough to talk about his team with Melissa and Deanna. We get to work in teams. So we get to share ideas, we get to share inputs, and we get to share perspectives. And this all helps us with personal growth and development. It all helps us grow. And you guys, I'm going to use a biblical reference where it says where two or more are gathered, nothing is impossible. So if we share ideas, if we're sharing thoughts and processes and we're all on one same goal here within Triple R, look how many are here. If all of us are on one, nothing is impossible unless we give up. Nothing is impossible. We can achieve all things. That's the amazing thing about cooperation is it gets us to a place of honor and respect. Something that you know, something that you have that maybe I don't have, sharing that with me will get me in touch with other people, with other experiences that I wouldn't have access to. And this is vice versa. So it's that cooperation, that shared ideas that really helps build and push you to success. And that's what I love about that. You will see within the teams when somebody's better at one thing, someone's better at another, you guys can push and grow in those directions, and it makes your team even better. And I think the last idea that I wanted to talk about of a leader, and this is what I love about my husband, Rory, is vision, the visionary. You have to have vision for the future. Okay. This is so huge. This vision will help you with everything with your future. This also goes into goals, but I'm going to say, if you have vision for your financial future, for your health, a vision for wealth, a vision for your family, a vision for your team, vision in all areas of your life. Okay. A vision will help you latch onto and help you push things forward. So where you're going, what you're doing. So if you guys, for those of you who are already leaders here, I'm speaking to you. If you are a CSI, a GSI, PSI, or MSI, you guys have a vision. Why? Because you walk that path that all these new people are coming into, right? So you know where they're going. You know where the path leads. So you guys have that vision to reach out and dramatically affect change in their life. I'm asking you guys to do that, to reach out to those people, to your team, and share that vision with everybody else, because you guys have that power. And guess what? For everybody who isn't an MSI elite or above, Rory and I have the vision for you. We know where the path goes. We know where this success will lead. We have such a great opportunity for you guys. We're so excited about it. So I want to share a couple other things I found in my notes that didn't necessarily fit into it, but I felt they were worth it. And it's kind of, it's a few phrases here. So I'm going to share these with you guys because I feel like they're important. But it's to be a leader, you must learn to be strong, but not rude. You must be kind, but not weak. All right. You must be bold, but not a bully. You must be humble, but not timid. I will repeat these, guys. Don't worry. Be thoughtful, but not lazy. Be proud, but not arrogant. You must deal in truth and not what ifs. So whatever you are that person, right? So I'll repeat them again one more time for you guys. So if you are a leader or you're working on a path of leadership or just personal growth and development, this is good for anybody. You must be strong and not rude. And that's hard because some people take the truth to be strong. I know this personally. Because many people think I'm rude, but I don't mean it to be. I'm
It's not your computer. Just hang on a second. It's hot in Florida, but it's not that hot in Florida.
I don't know, you guys. It's the internet.
There you go.
Went out on me again. But let me repeat those again, you guys, because I don't know where I was. Can you hear me now?
Strong, not rude. That's where you left off.
Okay, so strong, not rude. I said that. Yeah, here they are again. Strong, not rude, right? Be kind, but not weak. And I'm telling you this because everybody, you guys, how many times, I cannot tell you how many times I've been told I'm rude, but I'm just, the truth, people find the truth to be hard. And that is 100% correct. But you have to be kind, but not weak. You can be firm in yourself, but do not hesitate. The next would be bold, but not a bully, right? March forward, straight ahead, but just don't push people aside on the way. Be humble, but not timid. There is a difference. 100%. The next would be thoughtful, but not lazy. I'm trying to wait because I see some of you guys writing. Be proud, but not arrogant. You can be proud of what you've achieved as long as you know where it comes from. And then this is the kicker, you guys, is deal in truth, not in the what ifs. And I'm going to say this, you guys, because so many people, how many people excuse me, how many people have think, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if a fire burns the house down next to me? Well, you know, what if? There's all kinds of excuses, but you have to deal in the what's here and now and the vision that you can see for yourself. So you guys, there's all other kinds of things I could talk about, but that's what I'm going to say, you guys. There's so many people, and this was another saying that my mentor had. So many people have the ability to major in the minor things in life. Isn't that a great one? Isn't that amazing? So many people have the ability to major in the minor things. When they don't show up for you in a call and you ask them why, oh, I had to take care of this. I had to take care of that. I had to clean out the garage, you know, my fence was breaking down. I had to take care of the fence because I didn't want my dogs to get out. The baby was crying too much and I couldn't show up for that call. It's the minor things, those things that, yes, they are relevant and they need to be taken care of, but do they need to be taken care of at the time when you have an opportunity to grow and push yourself forward? No, they do not. So make sure you guys are majoring in the major thing. It's not the minor things. And then I know my husband is here. I think he is. So I was going to ask if he would like to share any other thoughts before I end this, because I'm on time. Rory, are you here? Did he get kicked off?
This has been an awesome night. We had a talk with the instructors before this. Today's a very big day. I don't have anything to add other than gratitude for everything you've done to support this, babe, and I'm very grateful for you. I'm getting ready for the Millionaire class that comes next. Oh, I'm gonna get ready for that. I'll see everybody there in about 5 minutes.
All right, perfect. That's it then. God bless you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Just know you guys are in the right place at the right time, and we wish nothing more than your success and your growth. So please do not quit. Please keep continuing on even when it gets hard. So thank you all.
Marketing every day.